A week after a little girl died on their beach, city leaders in Lauderdale-by-the-Sea met to discuss safety, but a decision is now delayed. 7's Jordan Segundo is live in Northeast Miami-Dade, where fire crews are also set to address beach safety today. Jordan, good morning.
Good morning, Ethan. You know, out near Lauderdale-by-the-Sea, they haven't had a lifeguard on the beach for nearly 30 years, and there have been talks on whether or not to have lifeguards over the years, but after last week's tragic incident, those talks are back on the table. But last night, before they could even discuss it, they did hear from a deputy who was on the scene when those two little kids were trapped in the sand.
Maddox, the young boy, was about up to his waist, a little bit higher than his waist, in the sand, hysterically crying.
Broward Sheriff's Office deputy gives a harrowing first-hand account to the Lauderdale-by-the-Sea commissioners of what he saw when he first arrived on the beach last week, where little Maddox and Sloan Mattingly were trapped.
One of the first questions I asked is, "Where's your sister?" And he pointed, Maddox pointed straight down.
There is a little girl buried under the sand, and they have not gotten to her yet.
7-year-old Sloan did not survive, her brother taken to the hospital, but he was okay. Now, a week later, commissioners are debating whether to change their decades-old policy of no lifeguards on the beach. Signs posted telling beachgoers they swim at their own risk. Some experts, however, say lifeguards routinely stop people from digging on the beach to prevent incidents like this.
We do not want to see another event like this, never again. What boy are you going to love? And poor, the little girl, Sloan, is no longer with us, and there's a reason, and possibly this is a reason, is to bring to fruition, we need lifeguards.
We don't need knee-jerk reactions to a tragedy. We need common sense, not virtue signaling. I don't want to live in or fund a nanny state.
I'm not asking for some type of big brother government. We're talking about lifeguards.
Officials say that could likely cost anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000 a year. In the end, commissioners decided to wait for more information before making a decision.
Taxpayers are going to make that decision, in my opinion, moving forward. And they need to reach out and they need to give us the input on that.
I'll be sitting right there for the next 2 years. I will be pushing it.
Before breaking for the evening, however, a note from Sloan Mattingly's family.
She would never want your beaches to be as sad as I saw them in recent days. The beach was one of her favorite places to go. If there is a way to use this tragedy to ensure that people build sandcastles and not dig deep holes.
You know, even after a week after that tragedy, still very heavy hearts around that sad story. Now, the commissioners have asked their staff to gather information so that they can make their final decision. They're asking for that within the next 30 days. In the meantime, today here at Haulover Beach, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue and Ocean Rescue lifeguards will be putting on a demonstration ahead of the very busy spring break season. They'll not only be touching upon the dangers of rip currents in the areas, but also talking about the dangers of digging holes in the sand. And we will be here to bring you more of that coming up in our later shows. Reporting live from Haulover Beach, I'm Jordan Segundo, today in Florida.